This is my personal belief. Everybody who's in the construction industry has some responsibility in how we do things. We are not victims to the systems we play in. We are active participants. We are definitely part of the problem. The owner shares a role in this. Some people more understand that better than others. For those of us that do, we set the vision for how things can be. We're extra responsible. I've got to get every day on leading a project 60 different entities to act for mutual benefit. That is my role. And in order to do that, I have to serve. In the United States, there have been multiple owners that have built healthcare construction and there's no GC. Like the owner is doing the thing without a GC. And I was like, oh my God, my days are numbered. So I'm thinking, okay, we've already got owners experimenting with no general contractor, so I know it's possible. And the job was a success. It even won awards. And that job, the owner didn't do the second job without a GC. They went back to hiring a GC again. If we don't adapt and take more responsibility for how we're doing things, we're going to eliminate ourselves. And we'll eliminate ourselves in the market because we're not adding value. We're frustrating clients. And the same is true with trade partners. If we don't really partner together, put the project ahead, I would argue that you will always make money with that approach. When you serve other people and put others' needs ahead of your own, you'll get taken care of. It's like one of those magical things that I can't explain why it's true, but I know it to be true based on thousands of experiences. Whoever is frustrated listening to this, and you're like, I think it could be better, or you have an intuition, or you just had like a string of bad days, you have the potential to make it better. All you got to do is find some like-minded people that think that we can improve, and we partner together and we do make it better.
You nailed it.
The owner sets the tone for how we deliver projects to a much greater extent that people don't even realize. There are only so many owners. There are way more trade partners than anybody else. And then the next biggest group is general contractors. The next biggest group is the design community. And then the teeniest, tiniest group are the owners. And you'll find as you talk to more owners that they don't collaborate among other owners. They're just maintaining the same thing in the industry, and they're not transforming it because nothing in their organization rewards changing. Like everything about making a better experience, for your people, for your customer, it just feels right. And benefiting people around you, there's an intuition about that we often forget about when we get too busy focused on outcomes. But you were talking about you wanted to focus more on the process, and this was me like high-fiving you in my mind. I was waiting for the right time to jump up and slap that camera, but a lot of people get hyper-focused on the results, but we might be focused on the wrong results. And a lot of the metrics we look at in the industry, like the very things that clients are overly hyper-focused on sometimes are not things that they should even pay attention to. It's just noise. It's not what they want. How do they talk about their stakeholders? How do they talk about their end users? That'll tell you a lot about how they're engaging with their larger community, who they're really developing. If you're talking to a healthcare client, you're out there, healthcare owners. If the patient doesn't come up in every conversation during your construction project, including design, you're probably missing something. The client really sets the environment to a greater extent. You're doing something that's different, and I think it's worthwhile for anybody to explore that more. We can't expect as an industry that the owners are just going to know. We got to bring them along. They need contrasting experiences so that they can see that there are other things possible and they don't have to keep doing things the same way. And just one short little story, we talked to a client. They'd gone to some lean construction events and they're like, we would love to do that stuff, that lean stuff. That's how they were calling it, that lean stuff. But we can't do it because our contract doesn't allow it. We can't do it because of this. We can't do it because of that. And I was like, no, you can't do it because you don't want to do it. Are your lawyers stopping you from asking questions in your RFP? And they're like, well, no. What if you just ask the general contractors, how do they collaborate? What are the things that you want to do, that lean stuff that you like? And just ask an open-ended question. You score it how you score it, and then there you go. Now you at least have some more information. And they were like, I didn't realize it was that easy. I'm like, yeah, you need to change. But don't worry, we'll help you.